Hey, what's up, everybody? Ballard here, just sitting around thinking and killing a little bit of time before I go to church tonight. Uh, I got to thinking, seeing some articles Athlon Sports or whoever put out, and um, you got a lot of great games this year. You got like Penn State, West Virginia. You got Alabama, Texas. We'll get to that in a second. Um, Texas, Oklahoma, Red River rivalry. We're gonna have all the rivalries. We're gonna have these non-conference games. Um, but is for Alabama, is Texas that game? Like, is that the game of the year for the Alabama Crimson Tide? Also, is it the game of the year for Texas? Now, I think it probably will be for Texas unless Oklahoma does something or Baylor comes up, or if they play TCU or Kansas State, unless something crazy goes on in those games, I think Alabama's the team to beat for Texas on their schedule. Now, we get to Alabama. They will have to play teams like Auburn on the road. They host LSU. They host Tennessee. What if they win the West? They got to go to Atlanta to play Georgia, most likely. I'm picking them to win the East. Um, would they look back on this season? And I'm not here to predict. I'm not here to give score predictions yet. We'll do that when the season kicks off. But that Texas game early on could be a season defining game for Alabama. They got quarterback issues. I don't want to say Texas has issues at quarterback, but they have a quarterback battle going on as well. Yeah, I think that it was a close game last year. It was 20-19. I believe it's mostly going to be eyes on the offense. I think Alabama's defense will be phenomenal this year. I really believe that. Now, I could come back to this video and look at it and say that I'm an idiot later if things don't go as planned with Kevin Steele, but I have faith in Kevin Steele. I'm not saying I don't have faith as a fan in Tommy Rees for the offense, but I still need to see more. And he's still young, comes from Notre Dame, was a quarterback at Notre Dame, against Alabama, by the way, in the national title game in 2012-2013. So, got to see the quarterback play. I think you'll have your quarterback named at like the starter after that Texas game. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is that's the first test of the season. Is Alabama and Texas. And you're going to find out a lot, even for Texas. The quarterback battle with Arch Manning and Quinn Ewers is going to be something to watch and look into. I believe that that's the game. That's the game of the year for Alabama because it will determine, most likely, how good their offense is. It'll be their first true test against the defense, and maybe say whatever you want to about Texas and their defense, Namarian Overshawn or whoever they got on defense. I don't have the roster pulled up right now, but just thinking about the game, it's definitely going to define and shape this year's Alabama Crimson Tide. Nick Saban will use it as motivation if it's a loss. Even if it's a win, if it is close and it's not the performance he was expecting, which he's never really satisfied, he'll still use it as motivation. How can we get better as a team? So I kind of thinking a little bit. I needed an idea for a video, and that's a game I'm excited for this year. Is the Texas game again? It's a home and home. It was 20-19 at DKR last year in Austin. Alabama wins by a field goal. Alabama going into it That's a good question, too. Who's the better team going into that game this year? And I think it's a legit question on September 9th for that game. I really think it's a legit question because Alabama looked so shaky in the spring game. And I know we don't want to base it off the spring, but that's really all we have to go off of. Alabama looked kind of shaky. Texas had some questions, but showed out a little bit extra than Alabama did. Showed out a little bit more. So who's the better team going into that week 2 matchup? I think it's a curious question there. So anyway, we look forward to the season. I want to get your thoughts on this game down in the comments. And let me know if you want to give early score predictions, you can in the comments. But I think it's still too early for predictions. More so, it's a preview. What do you expect from these two teams in college football this year? And then what could we expect to see on the field when that game rolls around week 2? I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. And, yeah, we'll see you next time. Ballard Sports Media, checking out. Peace.